I'm ready anytime y'all are. Come on in here, guys.
Do you want to start by giving a statement, or do you want to get started with questions?
Or just go ahead with some questions. How's that?
Would you start by giving us the name and age of the suspect?
Name is Larry McBee,
Would you spell
22 years of age. LARRYMCBEE.
And when is he arrested?
It was at 3:38 this morning,
And where was that arrest?
and it was on McDonald Road. The address would be 3619 McDonald Road.
Is that a home address?
Well, that's an address he uses.
I'm sorry,
That's an address he uses.
an address? he
Yes.
uses, But that
Yeah.
is a home address.
It's a residence, yes. Yeah, correct.
Okay, got it. Let's see here. Okay, can we go back to the shooting? Can you
Sure.
give us some more information about the weapon that was used at the time? How many shots were fired? Do you know that information?
Well, right now we're still, the detectives here that you see standing here still working that. We do know it's a small caliber weapon, and as soon as we get all that compiled, we'll get all that evidence back out and all that information back to you all.
Can you give us some more information about the search for him? When exactly did it start, and I guess the trajectory of where he went?
Well, obviously the work that went on by the detectives out at the scene, and it involved a lot of other officers as well, and so we're able to get some video of other businesses around the area, and kind of led us to different areas, led them to different areas to look at, and just we started, once we put it out on the social media, then we started getting some leads to look at and follow up on, and that's kind of how it all started, and with the help of not only Blount County but Granger County, getting information from them as well, it helped out.
And so where did you go within your search?
Where did we go? Well, we
I guess counties, cities, towns?
Blount County, we talked to the sheriff over in Granger County, and obviously just several areas here in town within the city limits and also out in the county.
Do you know how he was able to escape?
We do. He was able to get into a vehicle that he drove there in.
He drove to the store in that vehicle?
He drove to the store, that's correct.
Were there people inside that store at the time of the shooting?
The shooting did not occur inside the store. It occurred out back behind the store. So the victim went after the suspect for the shoplifting, and that's when the altercation occurred, was out there.
Okay. Is that the reason that the store didn't close at all, even though it was such close
Yeah,
proximity?
it is. The door was closed. I don't think anybody inside the store, other than a couple of witnesses, even knew what was going on until those witnesses went outside, but nobody within the store really knew what was going on.
What do you think was most helpful for you within the search? Was it leads from the community, tips that you got in?
It was tips. It was also the work from a lot of, like I said, not only our detectives here, our major crimes detectives, our SIU, our Special Investigative Unit, and others involved into that, trying to get all the information they could, going to all the businesses and looking at their video, trying to get description of the individual.
You said surveillance video from other businesses?
Yes, that's correct.
Were there any big obstacles in getting him? Challenges?
I think the biggest thing was that I think we feel like it probably took too long, but we were glad to be able to get him into custody.
Is there anything you could have done differently to make it a little bit of a shorter search?
No, I don't think so. I think all of our information that we got made it that way. So
Would you confirm the charges as well, please?
it's second-degree murder.
Just one charge?
Just one charge right now, and there could be some others pending.
Have you spoken to the victim's family?
I've spoken to the victim's mother,
How was she?
as well as can be expected, but she was very thankful.
I think that pretty much answers all of my questions.
Okay.
Sheriff, do you have a message to the community? Of course, this was a scary situation for the Halls community to be in.
It is, and I'll reiterate, our hearts go out to the victim's family, especially talking with the victim's mother. And it's a sad situation, but yet I'm glad the outcome came the way that it did, and being able to put that individual where we're able to put charges on him and have him in custody, and to make sure that the citizens out here know that these men and women, especially the men you see behind me that are involved in this, and all the others behind the scene, we're out there doing what they need to be doing, and to make sure that we keep Knox County safe, and also when things like this happen, that there's a collaboration of effort within, not just within our agency, but other agencies out here, and that cooperation with other agencies, other sheriffs, really helps out.
Can you share any information about the victim?
About
Share the victim's name?
the victim's name? Not yet, because they still have a few other family members that are coming in from out of town, so I want them to be able to get a hold of them. And we hope to get that out. We know who he is, but we hope to get that information out later today.
And we know that this was an employee of Knox.
It was an employee, yes.
Do you know if the suspect has any relation to the store or any relation to this victim at all?
Not that we've been able to tell, no.
And I know that he's accused of trying to steal ammunition, correct?
That's correct.
Do you know how much it would amount to?
My understanding was a box of ammunition and then some bungee cords.
Bungee cords?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anybody?
Can you go into a little more detail about how involved the search was?
Yeah, it was very much entailed with approximately 40 plus officers involved in that, detectives and other officers from different units. And like I said, being able to get in touch with the other surrounding agencies of calling us and giving us information as well. Yeah, so the detail was a lot of people were involved.
Is that amount of I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is that amount of officers typical for a search like this? More than 40?
I think when you have something that serious, you're going to get everybody that's involved, and then plus you'll have some come in just to volunteer their time to be able to help.
And I don't know if you've already said this, but at what time was the person apprehended?
At 3:38 this morning. Mm-hmm.
And going forward, what do you expect from this individual and the system?
Well, I think our detectives will continue to follow up with the information they have, obviously take it to the district attorney, and with that charge of second-degree murder, and it'll take some time for the process to go through.
Can you say again which city or county he was arrested in?
He was in the city of Knoxville. Mm-hmm.
And do you know if he's supposed to be in court today or when the arraignment is?
We won't know that right yet.
I think that answers all my questions.
Okay. Well, thank you all. And again, I have to thank the men and women of the Knox County Sheriff's Office and their dedication to making sure that they get behind bars the individual that committed this heinous crime. And they put the time in. We've all been at it since, 10:30 this morning. They haven't stopped, and I'm very thankful for that. And I know that as I say a lot of times, that very proud of them, and the citizens ought to be proud of the work that these men and women take, putting their time into that.
You were all out there in some cold temperatures overnight for some long hours. How are you all feeling?
I think everybody's kind of warmed up now, but yeah, it got pretty cold out there. I think we knew it was coming, but it didn't help matters any of it. But everybody stayed as bundled up as they could.
Are you happy with the outcome?
I'm very happy with the outcome. I'm very happy for these men right here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Guys, thank you. Appreciate it. You told me something else, but she started asking me something, so I didn't.
He was a junior.
Junior?
Yeah, she's telling him right now. So she told me the West Coast stuff.
Oh, you like